I'm Stephanie Threlkeld. I work in the Marketing and Education Department at ACBL. I'm sure we're going to have a few more people coming in as we get going, but I do want to be aware of time. Just as a little background, the Resource Center was started a couple of years ago, and it's designed to be a place, sort of a one-stop shop for resources for clubs and teachers that are bridge teachers and bridge clubs from ACBL. So there are a couple of ways that you can get to the Resource Center. And they both start at myacbl.org. So if you are on the ACBL website at www.acbl.org and you scroll down to the bottom of your screen, you'll find a menu that stays the same no matter what page of the website you're on. So you can always get to the Resource Center from the bottom of the screen by going down to the bottom under Marketing and clicking Resource Center. So that will take you there. You can also just go up to the top and type in acbl.org/Resource Center. And that will also take you there, hopefully quickly. And we've been having a little bit of website trouble, so I already had the Resource Center pulled up, and I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to jump over there. So as you look at the Resource Center, at the top of the page, you're going to see several headings. You're going to see clubs, teachers, units, districts, tricks of the trade, which is our email that goes out every other week, and our forum. And as you scroll over each one, you'll see that you get submenus that come out with different categories. I'm not going to have time to go through all of these, so I would encourage you to come back to the Resource Center at another time and do a little bit of exploring. But we've tried to put products here that we've either had requests for or that, that we know that people use a lot. So if you're on the Resource Center page and you scroll to the bottom, you get a menu here as well that also stays the same no matter which page of the site you're on. So this is where under helpful links we've put some items that people ask a lot or people use a lot. And I'm just going to highlight a couple of these. So for example, if you need some clip art, if you are going to redo your website or create a flyer, or you want to do a Facebook page or do business cards or stationery, we've created clip art that you can download and use. So I'm going to show just a quick example of how to download a photo from the Resource Center. So for example, I'm clicking on female players. So we have collected a bunch of pictures of female card bridge players, and we have them available to download. If you want to use it for a print project, then you would choose a JPEG file. If you want to use it for a web-based product, you would use a PNG file. So I'm just going to show an example. I'm going to choose a random photo, say for JPEG. And in most browsers, what's going to happen is it's going to open in a new window. In some browsers, it might download the picture for you, but in most of the browsers I've used, it just opens it in a new window. And what you would do then is you would right-click on the photo, and you'll see a little box pops up that says Save Image As, and you would click that. And then you would save it to wherever you think you can find it again. In most cases, I'll save it to my desktop and click Save. And that picture will have downloaded to your desktop. Okay, so going back down to the bottom of the page, you'll see that we also have handouts. All of these handouts are available to download that you can then print yourself or email to someone, but we do have a couple that we will actually ship to you. Welcome to the World of Duplicate is a great little handout for new players, and Bridge Life is another great handout for new players. If you want to order some of these, you do it just like you're on Amazon. You would choose the quantity and put that in there, and then click Add to Resources, and it's going to put this in your shopping cart, and you will then be able to check out just as you would at Amazon. We do not charge you for anything. We don't charge you for the materials. We don't charge you for shipping, but it will ask you to create an account so that we know where to ship it, and it will ask you to create a login, a username, and login. But all these materials are free. Okay. So now I'm going to go to the marketing templates. So here you'll see we have ads that you can use that are camera ready to place in a newspaper. We have certificates that you can customize and print out for your students. We have posters and flyers, lots of different things here, little frequent player cards that can be customized with your club number, for example. So lots of things to choose from, but I'm going to just show you quickly one of the products. So this is one of our templates. It's our female game face template. And you can see on the left side of the screen that we have different sizes available, some in color, some in black and white. And just by hovering over these little thumbnail images on the left side, you can see what the options are. On the right side, we have a little text that tells you what the product is. We have, in this case, a link to our cooperative advertising program that tells how you can get some partial reimbursement if you advertise. And then we have some customization instructions in case you need help when you're working on a PDF and you've forgotten possibly what I showed you today. Then you can always come here and click on those instructions, and it will walk you through customizing a PDF. So I'm just going to choose this large flyer. It's basically a flyer. Now there are a couple of things to keep in mind here. Depending on the browser that you choose, the place to download might be in a different place. I'm using Chrome. So in Chrome, it's the upper right corner, and it's a little arrow, and you click on it to download. If you are in Internet Explorer, here's an example of the same thing in Internet Explorer, the download is up on the upper left corner, and it looks like a little floppy disk. Okay, and then on Firefox, the download is in the upper right corner, similar to Chrome, and it's a little arrow, and you just click on that. So it's just every browser is a little bit different, and it's just a matter of becoming familiar with the browser that you're using. So when you were ready to download, you would just click this button, and I do want to stress, if you start trying to customize your PDF before you've downloaded it, then nothing's going to be saved. You're not going to be able to save it. So you definitely want to download it first and choose where you want to save it. And once again, I'm choosing my desktop, so you'll be able to find it again. All right, so I'm going to go to the desktop and find my flyer that I downloaded and click it to open it up. Now this is opening up in Adobe Reader. You do need to have Adobe Reader in order to edit a PDF. If you don't already have it, it's a free download. You can Google Adobe Reader download and find it and download it to your computer. So you will need to get that in order to download, but it is, to customize, but it is free. So here we have one of our larger flyers, and where you're going to see highlighted boxes. These boxes show up while you're editing, but when you go to print, they do not print. So you don't have to worry that it's going to look funny and look all fuzzy when you go to print, because the boxes go away when you do print. So you can customize the text in these boxes. You cannot change the fonts or the size of the text because they are set to ACBL brand standards, but you can change the text. You don't have to use any of the text here. It's all suggested text. So for example, I'm going to just type a little bit. Okay, and then you could put something here, but I don't really need that field, so I'm just going to backspace and get rid of it because I don't need it right now. And then here, since I'm offering lessons at a bridge club, I'm just going to say my great bridge club. If I could spell, that would be even better. And then change it here. If I have a website and I want to put that there, then I could put my great bridge club here, or you could put some more information about your lessons, or maybe who is teaching your lessons or anything like that there. And then we're going to do it in, I don't know, Mayberry. Let's see, my great bridge club is in Mayberry. And my name is Jenny. And my phone number is 86. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. Sorry. Thought I was going to be funny. Let's try 309. And I still can't. There we go. I have to get 4 and get in there. There we go. 8675309. So once again, you can just customize all these things right here. You can change any of this if you want to. And then the big thing once again is you want to save it. So you're going to want to go to File and then Save As, and then your ad, Free Bridge, whatever you want to call it, in the place that you can find it again. Save. Okay. So then once you've edited your PDF, it is ready to print. It's ready to send to a paper if you want to put an ad in the paper, and you know, or turn it into a poster or whatever. So I will go ahead and open it up for questions. So you can unmute yourself if you'd like to. We also have Liza Frisbee and Gwen Garthright on the call that they can answer. Let me go. There we go. That they can answer any questions you might have. So please feel free to ask any questions.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead. I was going to say, if you don't know how to unmute yourself, you click on the little phone again until it turns green.
I was just going to go ahead and put out, hi everyone, I'm Liza, and one of the graphic designers here at ACBL, and making these templates, these flyers, we want to make sure it is user-friendly and just able to fit everyone's needs. I know we've gotten questions about comparing a PDF versus like Microsoft Word document, things like that. And I just want to put out there that the reason we are going down more of the PDF path is because everyone has access to the software. It's free, and it's going to work across the board, whereas Microsoft Word, depending on which version you have, if I design something and then email it out and someone's opening up in Microsoft Word 2000 or 2016, it could look completely different. So any feedback you have about the PDF to make it more user-friendly, we are open and would love to hear some feedback. Has anyone ever tried to use one of our interactive PDFs before?
I'm thinking people have muted themselves and aren't sure how to unmute. So just go to that.
I have a question.
There we go. Okay. Yes.
I haven't had any trouble with the poster like you just showed, but when it goes to, like, it's a pip where you have the clubs, diamonds, spades, I could not get the writing to go on the PDF. Now take that one example.
Okay. So was it the was it these kind of pips, or was it like the stationary?
It was the stationary, actually. I was having a celebration of life for a bridge player who died, and I wanted to, it's the one in the upper, kind of that one like in the upper right-hand corner.
Like the blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Well,
no.
but it doesn't really matter. I couldn't get.
So these were designed. These are not PDFs. These are JPEGs and PNGs. Within the stationary templates, we do have PDF business cards that are customizable, but the stationary and these are not. So what you would do in this case most likely is open a Word document and set this as the background if that's how you wanted to use it.
There is a Word document, Stephanie.
Oh, there is? Okay, where?
Yes.
Oh, there it is. You're right. There it is.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you're talking about, or was it the business card?
That wasn't a business card. I was trying to use the stationery to make a flyer.
Okay.
So let's see. So was it this?
Were you starting in Microsoft Word, or were you trying to place some graphics into Microsoft Word?
Well, I saved this, and then I tried to write, my information on it.
Okay.
Okay. I think you need to do a text box, right, Liza?
Do a text box. See, again, this is why it can just...
Word is tricky.
Yes, it can be different. So you can do a text box. Some Word will let you send the artwork all the way behind the text. Stephanie, you can also show them, like if you click the photo, and you could send it backwards.
Okay.
So
okay, so I right-click on the photo, and then I click Send to the Back.
You can send to the back. You can also wrap text. Microsoft Word, there's just so many different ways you can do it.
And I would say in the future, if you end up with something like that and you're needing something specific, shoot us an email. We can help you with that. We can help create some kind of template for you. If you needed a different size or you were wanting to create a card like this and you were having trouble with it, then shoot us an email and let us know, marketing@acbl.org, and we'll be happy to help you create something specific. But this is a good example of why we try to do as much as we can in PDFs, because Word can be kind of wonky sometimes.
Okay, well, because I worked and worked and worked, and then I just gave up.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. We want to hear this feedback. Somebody else?
Yeah. Does anybody else have any questions? And remember that email address, marketing@acbl.org. We love to hear suggestions. If you have a suggestion for a new item for the Resource Center, something that you've been needing to help you with your promote your lessons or your club, we always want to know what you need, and we will do our best to try to come up with the resources to help you.
Also, we love hearing about things that have worked in your club or your classes, and you would love to share with us, and we can, advertise to more clubs or classes. We do love hearing about things that have worked that you've done as well.
All right. Does anybody else have any questions or comments? Or I'm worried that there are people hanging out there wanting to talk but can't unmute their phones.
Has anyone tried to do some digital artwork? For instance, put anything on Facebook or on a website that has questions about anything like that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have another question.
Sure.
Please, yeah.
You'll be sorry I found my unmute button here. On the Facebook, I watched that webinar. How many clubs have a Facebook page? Do you know? Is there a list you could like maybe publish where you could look at 20 other ones, just, or whatever amount you wanted to look at to get other ideas?
Yeah.
She was from Syosset, New York, where dense population, and I'm in Kansas, where we're not quite so densely populated, and maybe a smaller club's Facebook page.
Yeah, we don't have any way of knowing that unless someone has sent us their Facebook page. You can go into Facebook and search, or you could Google, Bridge Facebook, although you might also get like Bridges. But
Yeah,
I think
it's kind of hard. I know how to
you try Bridge Game Facebook. I've found some before on Facebook, and I was going to see. When do you want to open the? Okay. Let me see if there's a way to.
Hello.
To go up. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Ann?
No.
Is that Bonnie? Hi, Bonnie.
Yes.
Bonnie.
Hi. This lady from Kansas just brought up a very, very interesting point here. We do have our unit websites available. I think it would be, if it was feasible, put the word out. Do you have a Facebook page? Contact us. We will put it somewhere.
That's a great idea. Yeah, okay.
I think that would be a phenomenal idea if we could, and that I think would encourage other units to have Facebook pages. I know you said, is this Ann Parker, who is on this call, is actually in Unit 360, which is Colorado Springs, and she has done a Facebook page for our unit with the help of ACBL. And
okay.
I have to really, give her a pat, because she's doing a phenomenal job, and I think it would be neat if there was something on ACBL where others can go and just look easily at other Facebook pages. Lady from Kansas, thank you for the idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And Gwen is listening. Gwen is our Facebook person and handles a lot of our e-blasts as well. So,
Hi, Gwen.
And also, I think she's muted.
Hello.
There she is. And she does our tricks of the trade too. So that could be a great tricks of the trade topic. I found Donna Compton's site, just searching for Bridge.
And what's ours?
Ours is ACBL Unit 360.
Okay.
Okay, now look, here's something interesting. If you just type in ACBL unit, then look what pops up. You can see the other units that also have Facebook pages. So
there's
probably.
There it is.
That's ours. Yeah.
All right.
There we are.
There you are. You got some pictures and some posts. So yeah, when in doubt, search, I guess, is the.
Well,
that is a great idea.
That's a good idea. I never thought to look at the unit. I was more wanting to look at, excuse me, just like hers was the Syosset Bridge Club versus.
Right.
So, if you could make just a laundry list or something so that you could quickly look down and click on whichever one would be great.
Okay, well, we can certainly put a call out to see who's got them and who can send us the links to them. We'd be happy to promote them.
Do you know who coordinates using this sign-in type of a what's it called, the system we're using here?
Oh, GoToMeeting?
Yeah, GoToMeetings.
So this is good. So we have our own account with GoToMeeting. That's it's a service that you subscribe to.
Yeah, I understand the service, but there's also this isn't really marketing related, but it would help our Bridge Club grow. We're, again, a smaller, and I'm assuming there are many places that don't have huge populations around them. Like, we had a horrible trouble with a unit NAP final running ACBL score because no one really knew how to do it. And if you could sign on and have a director helping you, That would help grow your bridge club, because we ended up looking like, oh, I don't know if anybody ever come to our unit final again.
So like a remote director.
Yeah, a remote
help
director.
Well, that's something we can certainly pass on to the tournaments and the club and membership department as well, and see if there's something that they could kind of put on their wish list.
Well, and even if we could rent and pay, someone, or, it would have been worth, let me just say, I spent about 82 hours trying to correct the person's mistake, and got personal with Tony Green and Keith Wells.
Okay.
It doesn't help your whole marketing when you can't run a game right,
Yeah, well, that might be a topic for another call. So
yeah,
we'll pass that on. Yeah,
that has been brought up. When I have worked with the TDs, that is something that's been brought up and working on. So we can definitely pass, like Stephanie said, pass that on. But I do know that is on their to-do list.
Okay. Well, cool. All right. So does anybody else have any Resource Center questions or comments or? No? All right. Well, thank you so much for attending. This will end up we've recorded it, and we will post it at www.acbl/webinar, and we're going to start having regular webinars, and we will upload them after the fact so that people can go back and listen to them. So anyway, thank you all very, very much, and hope to talk to you another day.
Have a wonderful evening.